like to release or introduce to everyone a new website or app, if you want to call it that, that I've created called Foos-Tracker. The goal of this is to be able to record the events that happen within a foosball game and do that very simply, and then be able to look at stats and see what happened, have replays, what happened in the match, and be able to even track game-to-game comparisons and things like that. So let's just get right into it. The website here, this is just a video of I'm going to demo recording this this game. Here's the Foos-Tracker website. First logged in. I'm logged in now as a guest user, so I have no games. The guest users can use and record one game. They see all the features that are available in one game. For example, I can create my first game here. And then it's going to ask us various things about the game. First off, you can see this match that I'm going to want to record is a doubles game. So I want to put in, if you pay attention to the sides, this is the black side over here with Sean and myself. And this is Tyson and Tony over here on the yellow team. So I'm going to put in their names. The goalie, Sean Lee, and does the lookup, finds them. And then you got myself. Does a lookup, a couple more characters, finds them, and then the goalie over here is Tony Gashi. With his forward this day, it was Tyson Francis. So you see, like, the black team is myself and Sean, and then the other team is Tony and Tyson. I think I have them in their right order, but if not, that can always be changed, which is fine. If you want to, if you're playing on different tables, there's all the different color tables that, blue and red and whatever. You can change them there, and that'll just change the coloring. You can always change that later. It doesn't matter. If you specify the names, you don't have to worry about a game name. It'll fill that in. You can either provide just a game name and don't specify names, or you can just provide the names and it'll create a game name for you based on those names. So let's create the game. You see here is it's provided a layout of a foosball table. Now, whether this is on a website or this is a mobile device, if you want to hold it in a landscape mode, it'll change everything. You notice now the table's going from left to right versus from top to bottom. But right now I'm going to demonstrate it in a more portrait orientation. So essentially what you want to do, you want to just, as the match happens, you just click on the rods, click on the zone to be more specific. Click on the zone as to where the ball is, and essentially the site does the rest. There's really not much more to do. So I'm going to start this match, and you'll see what's that like. Let's go over here, start the match. So it's on the black rod. So you just touch on the black zone, and then when the pass happens through, good pass or not, now it's on the 3 rod, so it's on the 3 rod zone. And then if they score, and you says goal. Now it's on the other side, it's on yellow, so just click on yellow when the play starts. You see it has a little clock down timer starting. So that got through, he made a pass. Doesn't really matter if it touches 5 rod there. There's a goal. It's back on the 3 rod. Sorry, the 5 rod. You see these little numbers, it's recording the actual time of possession that elapsed. So you'd be able to record how long did that person take on the rod before they tried to forward it. And there's a goal. So I'm just gonna stop it there. We'll stop recording anyways, but you get the idea. So if you want, there's a replay you can look at. There's a little timeline replay. You can go back in time and see what happened. So you see the game started off on, the black team's 5 rod. They made a pass, they made a goal. Yellow team, pass, goal. 5 rod, pass, goal, can kind of see. And so it can go carry forward like that. One little nice thing, turn off the replay. If we want right now, I can look at the stats of the match. There's a stats, so it keeps track of all the stats. So the yellow team right now, from a forward standpoint, 3 bar, 1 for 1. The black team, 2 for 2. Average time of possession is shown. Where the goals come from? It shows all of that. If you even want to filter down to a player, for example, like say for example for the black team, what has Sean done in this match right now? Right now he hasn't got the ball, so he hasn't done anything. He hasn't made a block yet. For myself, I've been the one that was, passing and scoring, so that's where all the stats come from me. So I've completed this match. I'll let it run in the background, but I'm going to close this, and I've actually completed this match. But in order for me to do that, I need to log in. So also you can see right now it shows the current score within the game. And if I want to continue that game, I can, say, yep, this happened. And then, say he got blocked, that happened, whatever, it's all fine. And that'll continue. So when you're in guest mode, kind of like using the website for free, you can record one game. So if you want to record another game, you have to either upgrade or you have to delete this game. And games are stored in session data, which is essentially like memory on the servers. It's not persisted to a database. When you upgrade and go to premium, then all your games are stored in a database, and you can record whole matches, and you get a whole bunch of more features. And I'll show you those now. So I'm going to log in, or at least I'm going to upgrade. And I'm going to log in with my account. The match is playing in the background there. So see, I'll just, so you see now that I've logged in, it's taken that free game that I had and brought it over into my premium area. I'm going to delete it. I don't really want that right now. So now you can see I have some previous matches from before. Give a little bit of a zoom in there on those. So it gets the match details. You can open it up. You can see kind of like what the previous games were. In this case, you can see I've done the whole. I'll just delete this. I've done the whole match for this game we're actually watching, so we can go look at that. I'm gonna make this bigger now so you can see the whole thing. So it's got the whole replay of what happened. You can look back through the whole scenario, and even when teams switched, it has that as well. It's got the whole stats for the whole. So actually, when you're looking at stats, turn off the replay. So the stats are now for the whole match. So you can see throughout the whole match, the stats for that match. Like on 5-bar possession, me and Sean were black. So you see on 5-bar, we were 6 for 9. Shooting 2 for 7. So my first 2 shots were good, but then after that I had trouble scoring. 2 for 7. Clearing, you can see Sean from the back clearing was 6 for 6. You can see his time of possession from the goalie rod. He takes a good amount of time, 14.2 on average. Where myself on the 5-rod was about, what was it, 7 seconds, and then on the 3-rod to 7 seconds. You see all the stats. If there's more stats that you want, there's actually stats below here as well that you can actually turn on and see them. And then whenever you look at stats, it'll remember your desires. So inside here you can see as well, like say for example, I know if I recall in this match, Tony and Tyson switched. So you can see who was scoring from the front. So from Tyson for the yellow team, you can kind of see he did most of the scoring, but Tony did come up at one point. You can see he got 1 shot off and scored. Where Tyson was more of a 2 for 7. So it gives you all the stats. You can filter down by player name. So that's all very cool. So that's what you can do in one game. Now what you can also do, which is I think the real benefit and the real strength of this, if you have like a whole match, for example, like I've got a match here. So it's got 6 games, just for whatever reason, and you can look at the stats over the entire match. So there's a little stats button for the match itself. You can look at the match stats now. So this is the stats over the entire match of what happened. This is just some dummy data. Let's actually go find a better one. I think this one is better. Yeah, it's got 2 full games and then a partial game. Close this. So these stats for this. If you look over this, there was 10 for 12. So on 5-bar, New and myself were 10 for 12. Where the other team was only 3 for 10, and the percentages and all that. So this is all the match stats. So for the match statistics over those 2.5 games or 3 games, this is what happened. And so you can look at those match stats. And another thing you can do is actually you can compare game to game. So individually, you might want to look at a match and see how did the match go, but you want to see how are you progressing, how are you as a player or a certain player progressing. So you can compare games. So when you go to compare games, you have to select what games do you want to compare. So I say I want to go into this match here, select these 2 first games, pick Eric and New, and I want to go into this other game down here where I played. Where did that match go with Sean and I up here? Yeah. So I want to go pick this one as well, and I want to pick Sean and Eric here. So now it's picked 3 different games from 2 different matches, and I can compare those games. Now I pulled up all the stats, so it's got what happened in those games. So you can see in each of the games. Now within the 2 games where I had little fake games here, I was 83% and 75%, where in the match with Sean, I was 66% passing, and 3-rod shooting, and the other ones, these are just dummy data, I was 100%, where I was 26% on that one. And all the other percentages are here as well. So you can look at the clearing and things like that. Goals by rod, where do the goals come from? And then average time of possession as well. Am I learning to take more time over time? Am I taking less time? Kind of thing. So you get all the stats you could want, both in chart view and in table view if you want just the raw data, or you can look at them in stats. But yeah, that's essentially it to start for now. So now that I'm also in like this premium mode, all of these games are saved. In order to start a match, and you're just comparing, when you create a new game, so I'll just give this one a name just for a test. If I want to create a match, so you start every match by creating a game. Then when you're in the game, say for example, a goal happens, and then this game is over. Say it was a game to 1. There's a down at the bottom here, there's a next game button. So if you click this, it'll ask you, do the teams switch sides? Do they stay sides? Because as we know, sometimes we switch sides, sometimes we don't. So then I'm going to say that they stay on the same sides. And now this is another game in the same match. So then, for example, this other team has it. Maybe they tried to shoot and they got blocked. Now a block, you can see a block, it detected that this was a block. It was a very quick transition. So this player has the ball in his 3-rod zone. And if he shoots and got blocked and then he stole it, well, this counts as a possession for this player. So it counts against his clear statistics. So if he got it back to the 3-rod or past the 5-rod, yes, he has a successful clear. Where now it's on the 3-rod here. And then if he shot and then got blocked but got the ball back, that doesn't count as a possession against this player, but it does against this player. So now this time, say he shot and scored. So this is the second game in the match. So let's go look at that, what that looks like now. So now we have 2 games inside this match. You can see the goals that we had, and we can go back into either of them and start updating them or whatever. So that's essentially what I built and what's available. So start to use it, record your own matches. I think it's going to really be useful to just be following along with the match and seeing what's up. Oh, one other thing that's very cool that you can do, if you are recording a match, say for example, you're in the middle of recording some match, you're in here and you're recording a match, you can actually share this match. You can click the share button, and then this will provide a QR code and a link or link, so that you can actually allow someone else to view in read-only mode the match that you're actually recording. So as you make updates, they will see the updates on their side, and they can go look at the stats, and they can go look at everything that you can, but they're in read-only mode and you're in edit mode. You're the one tracking the actual game. So that's another fun thing that you can actually do. You can actually share. So that person who you've shared it with can share as well. So you can have any number of viewers following along in a match. And then of course, when someone loads this up and they're viewing a shared game, they'll get suggested to say, hey, if you want to do your own, here's the website. Go create your own matches, and you can share as well. There's definitely going to be some more features coming on this. I've been having a lot of fun building it. I wanted to get it ready for Worlds so that everyone could start to record matches if they wanted and share them and look back and maybe look at some stats. What are they doing? Where did they go wrong? What are they doing well? But definitely looking for feedback and want people to start using it. And also you see up here, premium, 35 days left. So I'm going to make it free for everyone to use for the next month and a bit. But after that time is expired, to be a premium user, to be able to save games like this, have them persisted in the database is going to cost a bit of money. I don't know how much I'm going to charge, but it costs me money, so I'm going to have to turn those costs over to the users themselves. But hopefully you start to use it, gain some benefit, and definitely if they got some features you want, add them. I will be happy to keep this thing updated. It's pretty quick to do these days. So Foos-Tracker, go get it, go use it. Thanks.